With so much drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O double G. But I somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day. May I kick a little something for the G's and make a few ends as I breeze through 2 in the morning and the party still jumping cause my mama ain't home. I got bitches in the living room getting it on and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you wanna do? Shit, I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the door. But for what?
Welcome to the AdamOS Show! Yay!
Kitty cat. Kitty cat. Kitty cat.
Nom 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 nom.
All right, so today's snack is an American classic. You've all had it. You've all had different versions of it. You've had salt on it. You've had butter on it. You've had cheese on it. Some people have had ketchup on it, which I think is fucking gross.
Oh, good for you!
But me, nothing beats a nice classic bag of popcorn. Yeah! Orville Redenbacher's. This shit is good. Movie theater style. I mean, they got different versions. I like the movie theater style. It has a little bit of butter, a little bit of salt. It's good shit right here. For those who know me, I have to watch my salt. But a whole entire bag of this is only 125 milligrams of sodium. Really cool, because a lot of this stuff can be very high in sodium, and it makes it kind of bad for you. But this ain't too bad. One bag, 125 grams, good shit. So, you know, put it in the microwave for about 2.5 minutes. Never hit the microwave button. It's a joke. It's a lie. Don't do it.
I don't know what's coming back with the world today, man. It's like nobody don't trust nobody, man, you know?
Then you get some good popcorn, man. It's good shit. But see, I like it because it's not too much of everything, you know? It's not too much butter, not too much salt. It's good shit, man. I'm telling you. And the bag, I know this is a really stupid thing to say, but the bag is able to be rolled up. And see, it kind of like holds its position a little bit. So you can kind of save it. You know, most of the time I'll put it in one of these things, like this, to preserve it. Because most bags don't close like that. But this one closes, so you don't even need one of these big freezer bags. So yeah, there you go, man. Orville Redenbacher movie theater style popcorn, 125 milligrams of sodium, just enough salt, just enough butter to give it a little bit of flavor. Eat it with your best movies. Eat it while watching my stream. Good shit. You got the AdamOS seal of approval. Poppycorn. Orville Redenbacher's. Good shit. Nom 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 nom. 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 Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? A fucking cat?
Today's show and tell has something to do with the intro. That's right. I finally found Snoop Dogg's first album on vinyl. It's pretty badass. I think it has some of the classics on there. It's got Gin and Juice, Serial Killer, you know, Doggy Dog World, and then, you know, one of my favorite, The Shiznit. A lot of people don't know that song by him. It's kind of one of his, I don't know what you would call him, just like lost in the album songs, you know, never really made it somewhere. But yeah, dude, Snoop Doggy Dog, dude.
For shizzle dizzle.
This is where it's at. This is the album, Doggy Style. Check this out. It's freaking sweet. The only problem I have with it is it's 2 discs for some reason, or 2 vinyls, and each vinyl only has like a couple songs on each one. So you gotta constantly switch these out. I mean, there's seriously 2 of them. Here. I don't know why they did this. I don't know what idea was in someone's head. Like, oh, we need to have 2 vinyls for 10 songs on someone's first. Oh my gosh, I'm fumbling this on someone's first CD. But hey, whatever, But it is cool. It's fun to hear some hip hop on my stereo. Some vinyl quality bass. That stuff's pretty cool. It's just fun to hear Snoop Dogg, spinning around.
For shizzle dizzle.
This is good, man. Peace to the streets. That's how we roll around here. It does have parental advisory, so for all you kiddies who are taking my advice out there, tell your parents I'm sorry for introducing you to this content, but you know what? Fuck them, right? This is some good shit. Play some Doggy Style, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Good vinyl, good album. You heard the one song at the beginning. Maybe you heard it before, a little Gin and Juice. So yeah, this is my show and tell. My newest vinyl, Snoop Doggy Dogg Doggy Style. Pretty fucking cool, right? I think so.
Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Today's game of whatever comes to us from the NES Classic Library you see on my shelf behind me. But today's game of choice from this shelf is, drumroll, Captain Skyhawk. Yes, this game is freaking awesome. All right, what can you say about Captain Skyhawk that you can't say about every game in its genre? Oh my God, it's so good. It gives you a couple different genres actually. You get the over the top view of like a 2D shoot 'em up, and then you get the 3D view of like the Top Gun version. You get there's kind of a weapon system, not really, but enough to keep it interesting. It's not a very long game, so you can beat it in one sitting. It's a lot of fun. It's one of those things you see what kind of high score you can get, something like that. So I would always recommend this game for a quick playthrough. Also recommend this game not just for a quick playthrough, but just to sit down and warm up, get into the groove of playing Nintendo again, because this game does give you a little bit of everything. You gotta hit the buttons, you gotta aim, you gotta move, you gotta all the things it takes to play Nintendo games, with the exception of platforming, is right here in this game. It's one of my favorites. I always go back to this as like a go-to. Someone's like, "Hey, what do you want to play?" I'm just like, "Captain Skyhawk." So yeah, this one's a lot of fun. It's not 2 players though, but you can pass the controllers back and forth, or you can have someone play the first 4 levels and then someone play the second 4 levels, because they're generally the same, just harder. So the best person plays the last 4, kind of like a relay. There's a lot of things you can do with this game, but one of them is definitely buy it and play it. Captain Skyhawk for the NES, great fucking game. Can't recommend it more. Get it. It's usually like $5. No one knows about this game, but now you do, thanks to the AdamOS show. Da, 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 da.
From the entire Channel 4 news team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Alright, all you fellow nerds, here's some news for you that you might like to hear about. I'm no expert, I'm not a newscaster, I don't know most about what the hell I'm going to be talking about, but you know what? Here it is, you can do your own damn research. I'm just going to give it to you how it is and how I see it. And the first thing I see right here, it says the classic EverQuest server is going to party like it's 1999 to 2001. How about that shit? First there was World of Warcraft, now there's EverQuest. What's next? Aeon? What we getting? What are all these games coming back for? Build me a new fucking game. Why do we need to keep going back to the classics? Why don't we just make a new freaking game? Yes, EverQuest was awesome. World of Warcraft was okay. But the fact is, they did their thing. It's over. It's a memory. It's a fond recollection of old MMORPGs. But you know what? Give me something new. You have all this great technology, all these new ideas, all these capabilities of creating such a good MMORPG. So why the fuck are we going back 30 years? Why? Just move on. EverQuest? No. Just don't waste our time, alright? But one game that did come out just recently, Borderlands 3. You all know I'm a big, huge Borderlands fan. I haven't got to play this one yet. I don't know when I will be able to play this one. But here's what I'm hoping they don't do. Is they don't make it impossible for a single player to play the goddamn game. That is my biggest complaint about the Borderlands series is it's too goddamn hard. Yes, you heard me say it. It's too fucking hard. You play these bosses that are like your level or one level higher than you, and they one-shot you every fucking time, and then they get their health back, and you have no way of defeating these things. And it's not even like bosses either. It's like, what are they called? Like conveyors, whatever the fuck they are. You know, those big things with the eyeball that create dudes. If you see one of those, they're just going to shoot missiles at your ass the whole time and kill you. And there's no one to revive you. And then so you die, you lose all your goddamn money, and this thing has full health again. It just seems like this is like an ongoing thing with Borderlands games. I know you're supposed to play with other people, but they already have something implemented in that. When you play with other people, everything gets harder and you get better drops. Cool. You've already incentivized me to play with other people. I already want to play with other people. Why then do you destroy those who don't have friends to play with? Like, a lot of times, I just want to play with my own. I want to make my own character. I want to see the game in fucking full screen. Whatever your reason is, why do you make it so goddamn hard, then, to play your stupid fucking game? Like, it's a killer. It really is. Everything else about the Borderlands series is fantastic. I love it. But that one thing ruins the entire series. And I'm hoping that in Borderlands 3, they took this into consideration and hopefully I've changed everything that I've just said. I've seen gameplay. It looks pretty cool. I guess my other big complaint then would be that it just doesn't look like Borderlands anymore. Like the original Borderlands was like Mad Max style. You're in the dirt. You're like pounding random metal pieces together to make things. Now there's like these big ass cities with lights. I even saw like they had a boss in the trailer that had like a shield that looked like an equalizer with an amps in the background and like all this musical equipment. It's like, the fuck is this? This isn't Borderlands anymore. This is like some first-person shooter that they put a Borderlands skin on. You know, the job classes are just completely out there. Like, you would never... There's a girl with like 7 arms and shit. There's one that summons a fucking mech. Like, what did Borderlands turn into? So I feel like they've gone further away from the Mad Max feel that everyone loved when Borderlands came out, and just turned it into another first-person shooter that everyone... all the fanboys are stroking off to, and, you know, like, everyone else is like, okay, yeah, it's just another Borderlands. Well, I wonder why. Could it be because it doesn't fit the original game that we all loved, and the only people that are still going to like it are the people who just like things because of what they are, and it makes for good social media presence? But yeah, there's Borderlands 3. Hopefully it's a good game. Haven't played it yet, but we'll see, right? But in also cool news, and I would love, if I can talk, so I would love to go to this. They said there's a Super Nintendo World opening in Japan. They're going to have like a Mario Kart ride, a Yoshi ride, and all this other cool stuff. So that looks pretty neat. You know, I'm not a fan of roller coasters and all that, to be honest. But a Super Nintendo World? Okay, now you got me. I'm going to have to check that shit out for sure. Because they said it's eventually coming to Universal Studios Parks and Resorts here. But it's starting in Japan. So hopefully it catches on in Japan. And then Nintendo of America can bring it over here. It sounds pretty cool though. So we'll see. There's not much information about it right now. But, you know, we'll see. Alright, so... another one that doesn't have very much information, but I'm really hoping comes to fruition, is Ghostbusters 3. Now, they said Dana Carveys already confirmed, and that Bill Murray might not. But here's where I have an issue with Ghostbusters 3, is that right there. Again, let's have just new people. I know they tried the female thing, and everyone was, you know, all butthurt about that, all the neck breathing, there's women in my men, whatever. You know? But anyway, they at least tried. You know, we can reboot Ghostbusters. Cool. Whatever. You know, you got new technology. I would love to see what you can do with it. But do we need these old farts who can barely even memorize lines anymore? I mean, have you seen these guys, like, in anything recently? Like, Bill Murray is just out of his goddamn rocker. Dan Aykroyd, I don't really know too much about. The other dude's dead. I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like, seriously, like, why are we bringing these guys back? Like, I understand if it's, like, for one scene, you know, where they're, like, handing the torch over. A lot of movies do that. They bring back the old guys, and they go, okay, you know, we're too old to do it, so here you go. You know, it's a good send-off. It helps with the lore. People are bitching less. Cool beans. But they're saying they're trying to get these dudes back to do the whole damn movie. And it's like, I don't want to watch all these geriatric idiots walking around like, do you remember why we're here? No. Are you a ghost? Like, what is the plot gonna be? This is fucking stupid. Just, we'll see what happens, but I guess it's in the works. Cool beans, right? Alright. So the one thing that in the entertainment world that I am kind of excited about, but I'll probably never use, is they got this thing called Disney Plus. You know, everyone has to have their streaming service now because that's the cool thing to do. You know, I'm some B-rate company, but you know what? I can pay people for their shit that's not mine and put it on my shit and call it my shit and then charge you for my shit. This is the new wave of shit happening in our society right now, and it's stupid. But Disney Plus, they got their streaming service. The cool thing that they're doing though is they're bringing back all the old cartoons. It says right here, Marvel animated classics including X-Men 92. That's that animated series that we're all familiar with. That is like a direct ripoff of the comics, which is freaking awesome. Spider-Man 94. I mean, I would have preferred even the older Spider-Mans, the ones all the memes you see, you know, everywhere. But you know, Spider-Man 94 is not bad. Spider-Woman 79. See, now we're going back to like the Super Friends era, which is pretty cool. Now here, oh, they do. Spider-Man 81. Here we go. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Okay, so they did bring back the old ones. Those are the ones we all know and love. They're pretty cool. Iron Man 94, I'm not very familiar with. Same with Fantastic Four 94. Don't really know those, but you know, hey, cool. Something else to watch, right? Incredible Hulk, Silver Surfer, Spider-Man Unlimited. All of those are coming to Disney Plus. So that's pretty fucking cool, man. Because those are really good shows, and it'd be really good for these new wave fans to understand the roots and the storylines of where this comes from. Because I swear, with all these new movies, you get all these people like myself that bitch about things happening, like in the X-Men movies that came out, like Rogue being a little emo bitch who's like afraid of kissing someone, and oh my god, when back in the comics she was like one of those hardcore hillbilly bred Southern girls who just like lifted cars and threw them at people and fucked people up and stole their powers on purpose and wasn't afraid of shit. See, but like no one knows what I'm talking about. Now maybe with these shows they'll start understanding where I'm coming from. Like, oh, I see why you're pissed off that they changed the characters so much. Like, yes, I don't care if you change it a little bit, but I mean, come on. Like, every character was different in the X-Men movies. It was ridiculous. Like, it was a ridiculous amount of change. And I think with these things there'll be a little bit more understanding, at least. You know, I even think the opinions might even change the way the Marvel Universe handles their characters from now on. Maybe they'll start to see an increase of people caring about the lore that has already been presented to us for 50 years instead of changing it to meet the times. And let's have a female Thor, and let's have a scene in Endgame where it's like, oh, she's a woman, so I'm a woman too, I have her back. Oh, I'm a woman, I have her back. Oh, God, I'm a woman too, I have her back. I get it, but come on, dude, it's fucking ridiculous. It doesn't, like, it wouldn't happen. Like, that's not how these people think. You know, like, if it was really the superheroes and the people writing it, they wouldn't just go, okay, we have a bunch of women, let's put them all together so that every other woman in the audience can have a little mini orgasm when it happens. Like, no, they would split them off into teams based on their powers and abilities and how well they can efficiently act together. Now, oh, you all have vaginas. Okay, you fight this guy. Like, it's just the social bullshit that they put in these movies and how they change the characters is getting ridiculous. These cartoons are going to give us, or not us, but everyone, the real versions of these stories, and I think that's pretty fucking cool, man. So I hope that happens. And I guess the only other thing I can think of is GameStop. Now, they just came out with a video saying they're going to have new floor plans. Like, here's our new stores. Like, they shut down all this shit, and then they said we're gonna rebuild. We're gonna build these things up again, and from there on, it just gets more ridiculous and more ridiculous. You know, it's gonna be to the point where they're not even gonna sell games anymore. It's just gonna be a bunch of bullshit. It's saying they don't go under. I saw a meme of Death. You know, the guy with the sickle. skeleton. Yeah, death. And there's 3 doors behind him. One's Circuit City, Toys R Us, Radio Shack, and then he's knocking on the door of GameStop. And I was like, that's funny, because I think that's what's going to happen to GameStop. Actually, it's what needs to happen to GameStop. Maybe I'll do a GameStop rant sometime, but for the sake of this article, they got new store redesign footage, and there's a video on YouTube. You can see it. I don't think it's going to help them. I don't know. So what do you guys think of everything I just said? I'm sure there's a lot of opinions out there. So let's have at it in the comments. I'll respond to as much as I can. And until next nerd news. Cut. Kitty cut. Kitty cut. Kitty cut. Kitty cut. Kitty cut. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's show. I hope y'all had a good time. Come back for the next episode. Whenever the fuck that'll be, I don't know. There'll be some new categories, some new shit. Something more to talk about, more of me. Probably some more of my cats, because I'm a cat person. That's what we do. Get over it. I know you love cats anyway, so shut up. Alright, well, episode 1 in the bags. What do you guys think? Shoot me some comments. Let's talk about some shit. Let me know if there's anything you want to see on the next show. What maybe your favorite games are this week. Some of the news that you had in mind that didn't see on my channel. So, I don't know. Let's just talk about some shit. That's what we do here, right? That's YouTube. You know how it works. Like, subscribe. Do it. It makes me feel good. It helps me feed my cats. Yeah, well, that's all I got for you. So, until next episode, peace.